It was the parade was downtown in front of City Hall or something like that, or in the vicinity.
Yeah, and part I don't remember. I just remember going around the track.
Yeah.
I can remember the guys coming to look at it or whatever. You guys haven't told anybody, have you? No.
Because that was a big deal. I mean, USC and UCLA, that's huge.
That is a very big deal.
Very big deal.
Because, I mean, it was the mystery, where did the bill go?
Your garage.
And of course, we were totally naive about the whole thing, other than we were to keep it a secret and not tell anybody about this at all.
Why would I contact him? I don't know him from a
Now it makes me interested. I want to hear the interim stories between 1950 and 1952 when it came back and while it was gone, and what the people from UCLA did. Yeah, and what their historical site is. We looked for it, and you know.
So was it USC students who took it and then hid it in there?
It was
or?
the Knights.
The Knights,
Oh,
which is
The president of the Knights happened to be living at our house.
Okay.
And so that's how we ended up getting the mascot over at the house. And then he said, "Can we hide this in your garage?"
That's how Traveler started, was through the Knights, you know, one of the
Yeah.
bottom home. And same with the Liberty Bell. Hey, we know a great place to store it.
Well, I don't want to put that.
Because where do you hide something? On campus? Or
I know him.
Yeah.
the word would get out somehow. We had something else going on.
And they came to all the things, we saw them a lot.
I need to look at that. Historically, I'm sure there's some historical data about that. As you know, where'd that bell go?
The only other thing I can remember was upstairs we had dental students staying up there too.
Oh yeah.
And I guess I'm 12, maybe 13, and I like making bottles and stuff. And yeah, if you carve this tooth here, and I kind of showed me how to carve it. He said, "Hey, that's not too bad." He said, "How about this one?" Now that I know how and everything like that, and that's pretty good. The word kind of got around, so it was a quarter tooth. I said, "Heck yes!" So I was, gosh, for at least a year there, I would carve a lot of the teeth. You know?
All their lab work.
And they were getting, and I was getting better at it, because now, you know, the more you see, and well, okay, I better smooth this off a little more, you know, and so forth. So I was doing pretty good, and I was proud of it, kind of, because, you know, hey, here's something I'm getting paid for it, you know. And then it just kind of ended. I don't know how or why.
We lost all the dental
I
students.
don't know if we lost them or I got tired of it or I started screwing up. I don't know. All of a sudden, the quarter stopped coming.
Your grandpa's brother married her.
That would have been Jim McBride was the one dental guy that I remember.
Well, and Judy's grandmother's maiden name is Farmer.
So you never told me who all worked at Lee's Market.
Your mother's
Well,
names,
we never really. Oh, there's Tommy and Katie and Homer and Jack,
told me that yesterday.
and then their kids. What were the kids' names? Roxy and Glenn.
Glenn, I remember. Who's
Yeah.
Roxy? I don't remember.
Roxy is Glenn's sister.
Okay, I don't know if I remember.
And there was one other sister, much younger, so I don't remember her at all.
And since
Tommy was
But
like,
then there was Mr. Lee.
Mr. Lee.
Mr. Lee was. I'm going. What does Mr. Lee do? He was a gambler.
Yeah.
And I think he was a bookie, and he was always on the telephone.
Yeah.
And the rest of his kids were doing all the work.
Tommy and see the gal's name again.
Oh, Lily was Tommy's wife. Oh, and Katie was
Katie.
Was the
Katie.
younger
For some
sister.
reason, I thought she was the most beautiful Asian I'd ever seen. Really cute, good looking.
what are you doing there?
I'm young and she was young, probably
Yeah.
20 and I'm 14 or 15
Yeah.
or whatever that guy am.
And she was just very happy and gregarious, you know, just a kick to be around.
And that store lasted for a lot of years. When's the last time you went back there? They're still theirs.
Well,
We
the
went up
store's still
there.
but
And you went across the street to the house and
yes. Oh, that's right. And I went into the store and checked, and they said, well, we think, you know, Mrs. Lee is still living over there. But we stopped, but they had sold the place, like 20, 25 years ago.
yeah.
But,
You know, a long time ago.
Missionaries were there.
And
And so there were three
I
of them.
think they were still living there, but
Bill came
you know,
and
you
said, "Oh,
just
they
kind
were
of
just
lose
leaving."
track of it. Of
Well,
course,
you know.
the neighborhood is decimated too. I
And
mean,
Bill shook their hands
it's all
and then he
different.
you don't find too many people around.
I've never
No,
heard
it's very
that
different.
name.
But growing up, your mom's sisters were always around.
Oh yeah.
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 Usually-
All lived close enough that we'd get
And
together.
our house was one of the hubs because it was a bigger,
Yeah.
whoever has the most square footage, or, you know,
Lots of parties.
would have been
Yeah.
our house.
And the girls were just, it was 3, 4 or 5 sisters, well, 4 most of the time, would get into the kitchen because it was, you know, 1947 when we moved in there. Helga died in 1950, so most of the time, Helga wasn't part of the picture. It was really just the 4 girls. Well, and then
And
Rudy
Inga,
moved to the Northwest, so it was just the 3 girls. It was Mert, Gladys, and Thelma.
and then Inga, was she around, their mom?
Inga was always here.
Always around.
Yeah, would always, she,
It's kind of when all the girls were around, we used to have Christmas Eve together.
yeah.
I can remember rather than Christmas Day. We used to always do the Christmas Eve thing when everybody would gather. It'd either be at, I remember one time it was at Grandma's place. I'm trying to think, where the heck was Grandma's place? Because we had to go upstairs somewhere. We all gathered in one room, and I'm pretty young, so you got to be even younger.
The only place, anytime going upstairs, I just think 55th place, which I have,
The what?
55th place,
50.
right by Slauson. And the big Sears that was there at Vermont and Slauson.
That's close to where.
That's where, I think that's where that picture of you and
Valentine
Charlene
was.
is.
It could be.
I think that's where Inga lived. And I vaguely remember the place. I don't
Yeah.
remember going upstairs
I
or,
just remember the room would all be, we were kind of tight, you know, and we were on the floor kind of, we had to have seats.
And what was Inga like?
I think it was like a grandma.
she was, yeah, a grandma. And she had a dog named Buster.
Yeah, Buster.
He was a,
Nice bull.
he was a Boston Terrier. And he was pretty good size. And, but smart as could be. And when grandma would come home, she was a domestic. She would go out and clean people's houses and everything. And she did that for years and years and years. Knew the bus routes all over Los Angeles.
Lots of travel.
But
right.
most of her work was out in Beverly Hills, so she had some very affluent clients. And of course, when she'd come home, we basically knew about, know the bus schedule, what time she'd get home, and we'd bring her home, and she'd go hide. And then we'd say, "Okay, Buster, where's Grandma?" Boy, he'd go all over the house. Of course, first place he'd go is where he found her last time. And he would go everywhere, and when he'd find her, he'd just go crazy. That was the big
their
thing.
game, yeah.
That was the game, go find Grandma.
That's funny. And then your dad's mom, didn't she move to LA after Peter Elvis,
Yeah.
the doctor
She was
died?
there, I'm gonna say she was there in
37th Drive.
45 and 46 maybe, somewhere in that range. Because I still remember, she bought me an ice cream cone and I dropped it. Oh man, I was so sad. I still remember saying, "Don't worry, we'll get you another one." Oh, I just bawled and bawled and bawled. But
They talking about Dad's.
yeah,
Anna Christina.
That was on 37th
Drive.
Drive
Yeah.
where
The donut shop was.
stayed with
Ah.
us. Yeah. Like
Oh, and so she actually lived with you.
For a little bit. I don't remember her for a
That's
long
when she
time.
was sick, kind of.
Yeah.
Because that's where she died. I can remember going in the bedroom. It was like.
Oh no, they shipped her back to Minnesota, didn't they?
Yeah. So she died in Los Angeles. Yeah. And Sarah stayed with us for a lot of years.
I remember Sarah.
Yeah.
That was her sister, right?
That was her sister.
She never married.
No.
Never married.
I remember Sarah though.
Sarah was one when Mom said we're gonna have a baby. Oh, that's too bad.
Yeah, it's too bad.
Why would you want to bring a child into this world?
Yeah,
And she was an
But she loved you.
that was you you were talking about,
Me.
yeah.
You know, she
she lived there when
she thought you were pretty cute. She'd hold you. But why would you want to bring a child into this world? She was such an pessimist.
About everything. We'd always kid her and joke with her.
And then Sarah, she lived with us for a while, and then she went down to El Segundo to be with our great
The
grandma
other half of the family.
and helped out with her. She had Alzheimer's.
Christopherson.
Stina Christopherson, yeah.
And I get the dates mixed up now. She died at the age of 96.
Yeah, she was 96.
And then
Grandma was 93.
93.
Mom was 82.
That's why I couldn't
Now,
remember 93 or 94.
Your grandmas, did they speak Norwegian
She was a doer.
around
Mom
you?
did, but only when she didn't want us to understand.
Yeah.
And Inga, of course, did. But
And she enjoyed it.
No, we learned very few Norwegian words.
yeah.
But you would hear it sometimes.
Yeah, I learned Dreit the Buksa.
Yeah, that's
That
right.
thing was shit in the pants. So, boy, you remember those. It would have been something like, say hi to your friend.
And it was always Inga. Take the books up. No, Grandma. No, Grandma.
I can remember asking, what does that mean? That means shit in your pants. So boy, doing that's going to stick in the memory banks, you know. That's funny. Dreit the Buksa pants.
Well, guess we know what dreit means and books means pants.
Dreit the Buksa.
Small, do it well, or not at all. Yes.
Anyway,
So that was the,
And I'd forgotten.
and then
about
the other
that, but all of a
ancestors,
sudden I went, I know that.
Leave,
Yeah, your dad's sister.
yeah. We just
Yeah.
didn't see them that much because they were still in North Dakota. So the only time we'd see them was when they came out here. Of course, I saw them when I went back to pick the car up in '54. But then it was only when they were traveling out to, you know.
That just came out of I don't know where.
Didn't know too many times you got together with Lee and
Well, I
Dutch.
didn't know I knew it either.
Not that often.
what was always interesting to me though is Mom and Dad, probably Mom, Dad says, whatever honey,
They've got a lot.
they had an open door policy for everybody. Anybody traveling or doing something, they'd come stay at our house. In fact, we had one family who the Pete and, the heck's with his name, Pete and, the Millers.
Yeah,
In
Mel.
fact, I own their two kids,
What was the son's name? Look at your side.
Jimmy.
Jimmy, yeah.
Jimmy?
He had a vision thing where he kind of looked out the side so he'd have to turn his head to see it, you know.
Well, yeah,
And look.
Jimmy and Marilyn. But they lived, boy, with us for upstairs. They had the apartment up there. I'll bet they lived, I think, like a year and a half.
Seems like that. Seems
Yeah.
like because they were.
But we had lots of free haircuts because Pete was a barber.
barber. They probably were just kind of down and out and came out and, you know, just go with things.
But nice family. But I mean, but I still remember we had a lot of people who would just move in with us.
Remember that one couple that came on the train and they called from downtown station, you know, called mom and dad on the phone. Hi, so hey, hi, how are you? You know, oh, we're pretty good.
Must have been the Truskels.
Truskels, no, the Truskels were good. And where are you? You know, or, you know, why'd you call us? Kind of, you know, oh, we're down at the train station. Wonder if you know, had, you know, any chance you could pick us up? You know, well, okay, you know, family, you know, okay. And around our house.
Where are you staying? We thought maybe we could stay with you.
Yeah. So pretty much, yeah, oh yeah, come on in. And we moved in upstairs. And gosh, what was the kid's name? was one child, and
Oh,
he was really hungry because he was never eating or something. You know, I remember that part. And she liked to be waited on, her mom.
that would have been 37th Drive.
Was it 37th Drive also?
Yeah, because they had a kid that, I guess he was about my age, and we did not get along. What the heck was his
Well, this
name?
would be a different one because I know it was on Portland Street.
Oh, okay.
Because I remember a couple of incidents in the kitchen.
We had
So they always had people saying,
we always had people, yeah.
These are the people that after 2 weeks or whatever, time to go.
yeah, Aunt Judy says it's time to go.
Good stories though, after 2 weeks and then went into a month and 2 months and you guys need to, you know, get going and so forth. And they weren't helping, they were just leeches, you know. And I don't remember what side of the family or how, I just don't remember. I felt sorry for the boy. So they finally got a ticket. And that's not on there.
It is on, yeah, it's
Oh, it is
on.
on now. Oh.
That's good. Good. Well, say wave.
They finally took him to the train station, and off they went. Back to.
You came on the train, you can leave on the train.
It was after several months.
Huh. Well, awesome. Well, thank you. This has been great. Wave goodbye.
Adios.
Later, Zane. And today is what? April 14th, 2015.
2015. And I'm 78 still, and he's only 74.
Still.
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 So he's got a big 75 coming up. Remember that when you see this, send large,
Well-
expensive presents.
Well, we both have sons that are turning 50 this year. That's
Yes.
really old, don't you think,
Well,
Al?
that's twice as old as us.
Boy.
Yeah. Especially when they act older than us.
Oh, I know,
Yeah, that's
I
the
know,
worst
I
part.
know.
Adios.
All right, adios.
It's a wrap.
It's a.